Hey, it's Bernadette. Lots going on today. So I wanted to jump on and share some things with you guys. It's not my normal high vibe sort of live stream, but I think some things need to be shared. I share everything with everybody. While I am going to hold some things back, I do want to share because I think a lot of people are going through stuff right now. This week has been incredibly tough. The last couple months have been extremely challenging. And on a personal level, it hasn't exactly been easy, even for people who are awake and for those who are um, conscious, for those who help others. If you're hurting, if you're going through something, I'm going to give you guys some tips um, on how to process it and how to deal with it. So yeah, say hello if you're here. I want to make sure you guys are seeing this. I got to put some chapstick or lip gloss on. My lips are super dry. And I have exciting news, which I'll share at the end. Shared. Thank you, Valkyrie. Who else is watching? Say hello. How many of you guys have had a really extremely tough week emotionally? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Carolyn over on YouTube. Cindy's on YouTube. Have you guys been having a hard time? Lots of stuff coming up. There's a lot of stuff coming up right now. Things that need our attention and lots of lessons, and they are not coming through. They're not coming easy. The lessons are coming through with a whole lot of emotion, causing a whole lot of doubts and questioning. There's a lot of that happening this week. Hi, Brooke. How many of you guys are up against it this week, or you've been going on a roller coaster ride emotionally, or things are happening, old stuff, old lessons reappearing, things that apparently you really need to get right now? You guys going through that this week? I know I'm not the only one because I've heard from people. I just got off the phone with Valkyrie, and we were talking about how insane it's been. Lots of short-tempered people, yes. A lot of short-tempered people, and there's a lot of meanness out there. There's some cruelty out there, and there's thoughtlessness, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So me and Valkyrie are the only two that have gone through it. Come on, you guys, participate. I want to see your comments before I start sharing. Which it took me a while to even come on live stream. It's been a long damn day. It's been a really hard day. Anyhow, I would like to see you guys tell me what's going on for you. If you're not having a hard time, like, don't feel bad. Seeing a lot of upheaval. Tough week. Okay, good. Then I'm glad it's not just me and Valkyrie, because I was like, if that's the case, I'm just jumping off the live stream. Physically been tough. Yeah, physically has been tough for me too, because I am out of breath. Like, I don't know what is going on in my chest. I had a magnet session with the practitioner that's here locally yesterday, and it helped a lot until the middle of the night. And then, man, I got hit hard. Been okay this week. Only thing is I have neck and shoulder pain. Was in tears today, but better. I was in tears today too. And then I was angry, and then I was in tears again, and then it was fine. I pushed through it, and then it started up again. So let me just share with you guys. I literally, I want to remind you, how many of you in here are the rock to the people you know? People look up to you, and they think you're super strong. You're the rock, right? How many of you are like that? And you feel like when something happens to you, like you don't have somewhere to turn to. And even if you do, there's just this expectation from others that you don't have feelings. You're the rock. Yeah. So it happened today, and it hurt my feelings. And it was kind of messy, a little messy. Not really. I shouldn't say that, but it was messy for me. because it was before I even had a whole cup of coffee. And there was something said in at this exchange that really dropped me out and made me want to just quit my job, quit the work I do, quit giving so much to my clients, like, because I tend to get taken advantage of because I'm super generous, right? But I said something to someone this morning and I was like, my feelings get hurt too. And I'm human too. And the response that busted me into like uncontrollable tears and shock was, I forget sometimes that you're human. Like, I'm fighting it right now. Like, that's what was said. Like, I forget sometimes that you're human. Y'all see me on live stream. You see me in the work we do together. I've been through a lot. I wrote a book on it, right? It doesn't mean I don't have feelings. Doesn't. So those of you who are strong, the reason I'm saying this is because I think a lot of times the people that see you as strong in your life, they forget because you're always there for everybody, right? And you don't dump your stuff on people or whatever. You don't want to, you just want to take care of it on your own and process it, and you don't want to put it out there. They see you as strong. Sometimes I think people forget you're human. Have any of you felt like that? Like, do they not understand I have feelings too? Like, don't I matter? Any of you feel that way? I know I can't be the only one. I know I can't be. I know that I can't be the only person that feels like you give from the deepest part of your soul. You will literally wear yourself out to help somebody, to be there for other people. And then, like, they say things, they do things that are thoughtless and careless. And then you feel like they don't even think that you have feelings, like you're just a robot. Yes, you're not the only one. Okay, cool. I'm like, I'm not the only one that feels like this. One of the reasons I wanted to come on here is because I know it takes a lot to bring me down. It takes a lot. And I have to already be exhausted. And this week I've been sick. I've been sick now for 2 solid weeks. Over the weekend, I worked way too many hours and had to hold some energy together for like 3 solid days for 14 hours a day. Like, I'm tired. So I'm sure, and I'm not recovering from whatever this illness is quickly. So physically, my health energy's low. Mentally, because I'm physically ill, right? And because there's so much going on and I've gotten so far behind on a bunch of stuff that I have to take care of, but I don't have the energy to do it. So I'm trying to catch up. When things hit me and you're at that low place, and you guys are probably the same way, the dam breaks. Like, you're holding it all together barely. And then that last straw drops, that last freaking rock drops, and you're like, oh my freaking God, I am not a robot. Like, I'm a human being. I'm telling you guys this because I want to remind all of you, if you're like me, like, don't quit. Don't give up. I've felt like that all day, back and forth. Like, after that exchange this morning, I literally went into a spin of like, I'm just quitting. Like, I'm just going to do my job. I've worked with so many people and paid so much money to healers and coaches and whatever, and they are not committed to my transformation, my success the way I am when I work with people. Like, I will be with you and walk you through. If you come and work with me, I'm going to overgive and I'm going to do things because I'm that invested and committed to you getting what you need and fulfilling the vision you have for yourself, whether that's health, restoration of love, self-esteem, breaking through anxiety. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I will go the extra mile, even if you're in your own way. That's how I am. And I've worked with people that are like, oh, your hour's up, gotta go. And that's it. They don't follow up. They don't care. Like you didn't get your transformation. That's not on them. How many of you have had that experience with people? Right? Counselors, doctors all the time. Let me write you a prescription. And then they never follow up with you. Oh my God, happens so often. In any case, I'm not like that. Like, I'm not like a full-on corporation. Like, I am and always have been committed. You say you want something, I agree to work with you. We're going to get you there. So when things happen that it like looks like someone doesn't value me, or they're really just kind of after doing a whole lot, and then to say like, sometimes I forget you're human. What? My head went into this place of like, what do I project in life that makes people think I'm not human? Like, I questioned that for several hours and actually had to call Mandy because it came back up tonight. And I was like, do I act like I'm not human? Like, I don't have feelings because I've been so resilient in my life. Like, do I just not matter except for what I can give other people? And this is why I'm here tonight, because I know some of you have had this happen to you, whether it's from a relationship, from a job, from family, from friends, from clients. Like, they say things, they do things, people do things or say things, and it's like they act like you don't matter. Personally, you don't matter. Your feelings don't matter except for what you can do for them. That's the only time that you matter. And it makes you, no matter how strong you are. So those of you who are strong, listen to what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with you if you drop out and that affects you, because I went into this whole, like, why is my ego getting involved? And I had to process all day today, like all day today. And I had a lot of shit to get done, but all day today, everywhere I went, everything I had to do was processing this. And it's like these thoughts then start to spin. You don't matter. The only thing that matters is what you can do for other people. Or why don't you just stop caring? Because no one else seems to care about you. Why do you need to care for everyone else? Right? Hey, Megs. We go there to the extreme where we just want, especially empaths, I just want to shut my feelings down. I just want to stop caring. Right? You have different to offer to this world. You're not of it or in it. No, I realize that. Yeah. So for those of you that are like me and right now you're going through it, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's your personal relationships, family, work, whatever. There comes this point where like everything starts to sort of overwhelm you. And then the thoughts start to come in. Should I just give up? Because I've hit this place multiple times, not always hardcore, and I'm not in a hardcore spin right now. But it's funny because I was watching the stream of consciousness that you plug into when you're hurt. There is an actual stream of consciousness, and that stream of consciousness starts playing the same things over and over again in your head. Like, I don't matter. What's it going to take for me to finally matter to people? What's it going to take for people to finally care about how I feel and how they affect me? Right? Negs are in full force right now, Megan, which is why I came on. So many of us are walking through the fire. Yeah, that's why I came on, because I know I'm not the only one. And I want you guys to hear what I'm saying. If you are having or have had thoughts, especially in the last week or two, that's like, nothing I do matters. I don't matter. Why do I care? Maybe I don't need to be loving. Maybe I just be cold-hearted, shut it down because that's what everyone else is doing and everyone else seems to be fine, right? That's where you go. That's that stream of consciousness. And I want to remind you, and this is what I've always done when I hit these spots where I'm like, my heart hurts. And all day today, my heart hurts. It hurts bad because there's a side of me that just goes, stop caring. Stop giving. Just do your job. Do what everybody else in this world does. Just stop giving so much of yourself. Stop loving your clients. Treat them like clients, right? A number. I can't do that. I can't. I never have been able to, and I never will. And thank God, because that is what sets me apart from all the other helpers out there that don't act like that. And I know there are a lot of you that are like me. When these thoughts come in, understand that you are plugged into that lower stream of consciousness. How did you get there? Because your feelings got hurt and your energy dropped. And when your energy drops and you go into that stream of consciousness, you start to feel like it doesn't matter. And there are a bunch of negative thought streams out there and entities, energies out there that would like to see all of us that are light workers just throw in the towel and walk away, like Bernie's saying. I was going to throw that towel in. Something, a sign. Yeah. Been trying to wrap my head around this for the last week. You can't wrap your head around why there's so much out there that is going into the realm of selfishness and I don't care and thoughtlessness. And that's what it is. Like there's just there's a lot more people that are running around that just aren't thinking things through. They aren't thinking about their words. You're saying what's been in my head. That's why I came on, Doris, because sometimes when I'm riding high and I'm doing good, I journal a lot. So it's all in my journals. But when it's like this, where it's very fresh in me because I'm going through it or I've been going through it, I want to bring it and let you guys know, like, there's nothing wrong with you if you're having those thoughts. It's easy to think there's something wrong with me. Like I called Valkyrie and I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, is my ego just going off? And she's like, no, anybody would feel like this right now. It's okay. And I was telling her I'm just going to get on the live stream because I think people need to hear it, especially those of you who are strong, who are giving, who are loving. Like, to have people act like you don't have feelings and you're just a machine. Just give, and never have any points where you need to be given to. It begins to make you feel like you don't matter. You start to go into that thought stream of like, yeah, people don't care. They only care about what they get. They only care about themselves. Should I just go there? Should I just shut it all down and just go there? Do you guys think that? And then you start to think, what's the point? What's the point of all of this? Should I just be like everybody else? I keep saying to stick it out, wait 5 minutes for a miracle to happen. And that's one of my things, not just wait 5 minutes. If you're depressed, if you're anxious, if it's just coming on, if you're having an emotional low spot, I'm giving you guys what I do. Write it out for 24 hours. Talk to at least 2 people, 1 person, 2 people that are going to hold sacred space for you. And when I say hold sacred space for you, I mean they're going to support you in the most loving way, but also in the most honest way. They're holding it for you. They're not going to make you feel bad for feeling bad, because that is the worst thing that you can do when someone's feeling bad, right? Is make them feel worse for feeling bad. Give it 24 hours. But in that 24 hours, journal. In that 24 hours, do something good for you. In that 24 hours, do everything in your power to move yourself forward in some way. Maybe not on the issue that you're reacting to or that hurts you, but something else. In that 24 hours, talk to people that are holding sacred space, that are going to love you, that aren't going to sit there and go, but you're strong. You can handle it. You don't need anything. You don't tell people that. So let this be a reminder to those of you who are like, everything's going great in your life. Things are good. Don't tell them. You're strong enough. You can handle it. Listen to them. Listen. Read between the lines. If they're sharing something with you, maybe you said something, you did something. If they're sharing it with you, They're doing it because they don't want to be angry. They don't want to be hurt by you. They want to iron out the problem. But then if you blow back on them and be like, oh, I forgot you're human. Or sometimes I forget you're human. That was like knife. Like, oh my God. Right? Watch what you say. Watch the actions you take. You may think they're insignificant, or if you're not conscious, what you're doing may very well be unconsciously sabotaging you or the other person. But regardless, if you're in it, you're going through it right now, especially right now during the holidays, I'm here to tell you, you have value. Just because other people can't treat you with love and respect doesn't mean you don't. I always look for a sign and come looking for you. Megan, I see you too. And I know you're going through a lot too. And it's hard when you're dealing with something so heavy in life. And I mean, I'm battling for people all the freaking time. It's what I do. It's part of my calling on this planet is to stand in intercessory and power through things with people in prayer, for people. They don't even know I'm doing it, with their energy, giving them extra time and attention, because God tells me, Spirit tells me, show up as love. This is what love would do. And I always ask that, what would love do? So number one thing you guys all need to ask yourselves, whether you're feeling good and you're going to do something or say something, or you're feeling crappy and your feelings are hurt, what would love do? So this morning, when everything started to unravel and my head started to go into a place that I don't like, that stream of consciousness, I kept asking, what would love do? Not only love for the other person, the other people, love for myself. So don't leave yourself out of that equation. When your head is spinning, when you feel like just tossing in the towel, when you feel like nothing you do, anyone appreciates or sees or validates, that more than anything, they just make you seem like you're a tool. Ask, what would love do? And then treat yourself accordingly. Treat others accordingly. What would love do? Would love do this? Would love say this? Would love think this? That's what saved me out of losing it completely. And then I pushed it forward all day today. And it's obviously not fully resolved in me because it hit again. But there's a reason for that too, because on some level, there's a psychic thing going on. My psychic gifts have been like off the chart. My daughter is so mad at me right now. I'll share with you guys. She told me on Tuesday, she says, I can't wait till you get your Christmas present, until you find out what it is. And this morning, and I knew within a couple hours, this morning, I finally just said something to her. She came into my office and we were talking about something. And I said, I know what you got me for Christmas. And she's like, no, you don't. It's not something you asked for. I said, I know. You got me tickets to the Shenyang show. Do you guys know what that is? That's that. I think it's called Shenyang. I've been wanting to go for like 4 years. And every time we go to buy tickets, they're sold out. They're coming in February. It's this massive, I think it's from China, Chinese beautiful dance, and it's orchestrated like Asian orchestra, like beautiful. The tickets are super expensive. And like I said, I always miss it. Every year I've missed it. One year I was going to buy tickets, but they're like $500. And I was like, I'm not spending that. And it's formal. Like you have to have a formal gown. So even this year I was thinking about it, and then I didn't even say anything to the kids because I'm like, I do not want to buy a formal gown and have to do my hair and makeup and wear high heels and all the things. But I knew after she told me that, within a couple hours, I saw the picture of it in my head. And I didn't want to ruin the surprise. But today she said something. And I finally just said, I know what you got me. And she's like, I hate the fact that you're psychic. It sucks to have a psychic mom. Anyways. That gave me some joy today. and broke me out of stuff. And then we had to push it forward. Right. But like the psychic thing, the reason I shared that is because my ADD brain, aside from that, like the psychic thing, the hits are like left and right. The veil is so thin to where stupid things like what someone bought you for Christmas, it's easy, it comes through, but so is a lot of other things. I've been out and about a lot this week. I've had to go to the other side of San Antonio. Like I've been driving a lot and I've been running into a lot of people and seeing a lot of stuff and hearing a lot of people's thoughts on the freeway yesterday. It was like, oh my God, you people need to stop thinking so negatively. I just need to get to an appointment. It was so bad. And it was the same way on Tuesday. I had to drive to the northwest side of San Antonio, which is like 40 minutes from my house. And on the freeway, just passing cars, I'm hearing people's thoughts and they're not happy. There are a lot of people that are hurting right now. There are more people right now that I have heard their thoughts and felt their feelings, and they're just low as crap. Like, for a lot of people, this Christmas does not feel good. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have lost family members. A lot of people are losing. Like I know this week alone, 2 people that lost their mothers just in the last 48 hours. It's hard right now. So then when you're giving and loving and kind and something happens that really cuts deep, really deep because you're coming from such a pure place when you're giving, it's so easy to drop down into what's the frickin' point? Why am I even doing this anymore? Why do I care? Why do I love? Why don't I get numb? Right? You're not alone. I'm here to tell you. And I know how hard it is when you're the strong one. You're the rock for the people around you because they just don't think. I don't know how anyone can think that any of us can get through life, that have a heart, that are heart-centered, that are empathic, that are loving and kind. How anyone can think that we don't have feelings when we feel double, triple, quadruple what everyone else feels. Y'all see the strength in me, and I get that. And I appreciate that because that is what the energy I want to give to you. But don't ever mistake that and think I don't have feelings. Because I know all of you have feelings. They don't think you have feelings that get hurt, I swear. I know. And it's a misunderstanding. Like seriously, those of you who are strong and you keep getting hit like that, right? They think you can you're an Energizer bunny. I don't know what they think. I think because you have it so together energetically, they don't understand that there are moments when you don't. There are moments that nobody gets to see. And for those of you who are everybody's rocks, I know because I go there. I've been there. I keep going there, right? And it's usually when the lights are off and everybody's asleep. In my private moments in my journal, when I'm sitting on my back porch praying, sometimes in the morning it opens with tears because of dreams I've had and battles I've done. Sometimes it's just at night, at the end of the day, and I'm praying. And I'm saying, thank you, God. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And then like a heavy weight, it settles in. And there's this place where you're like, I'd really like for someone to give to me and notice me and validate me and tell me they love me and mean it. Right? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I have a 6-year-old that's waited all year for Christmas, which is a holiday I'm not very fond of, so I get swallowed a lot, act like I'm okay for her. Yeah. Girlfriend was a single mom almost the entirety career of being a parent. I know that feeling. I know. And it sucks too because my birthday's 7 days before Christmas. Like, that's the other part of it, is my birthday comes a week before Christmas. And it seems that I've tracked it on Facebook memories now. Like, I am sick every every year at this time of year. Allergies get me, viruses get me. I'm healthy the rest of the time. I can overcome most of the viruses. Second week of December, I'm always sick. I don't know what the deal is with it. In 2019, I had surgery, so I was recovering from that. But like every other year, I've had some sort of virus just knock me out for a good portion of the month of December. I'm not going to celebrate my birthday in December anymore. I'm going to do it in June when I actually have solid energy and the sun is shining. But I know what it's like. Like, you have to put on a brave face for your kids. And then you get used to, if you're my age, I'll be 56, you get used to putting on a brave face for everybody. But please remember yourself at the end of the day. And remember, too, there's others of us like you that hide our tears, that don't share our struggles and our deep wounds and hurts. Lots of people are out there careless. You think it doesn't affect us because we don't let it stop us. But here's the reality. We don't let it stop us. But man, it's hardcore. When we did Sarvatva during the Charm Life Retreat, Megan knows about this, I had the girls run energy on me, and Angela did the same thing this past weekend because she came to help hold energy. And I think she just wanted to be part of it when the sisters came for the Charm Life thing. But in any case, there's always spikes in my energy field. Spikes outward, not spikes pushing in on me, because it hits my energy field and it's like darts, right? There's spikes. It hits my energy field. It doesn't absorb into me. But after that happens so many times, while it's on the outer shell of my energy field, it still has an impact because I have to defend against those feelings and keep them on the outer shield, right? And that was removed. Yes. Megan couldn't believe it. Such a testament to your shielding and protection. Yeah, seriously. Like, this weekend there was a sword. Like, there was a sword stuck in. Sandy felt that one. But yeah, like, the reality of it is this. We can defend against all kinds of stuff, but there's a point where those things build up and they still are affecting you. Like, you're holding energy together and forging it forward. It's still a weight to carry as you go forward. It's still a weight to carry. And I guess one of the things I want to remind you all of, you might have that in your energy field where you've shielded, right? But there's still darts and sharp glass-like things stuck in your shielding, and you're carrying the weight of it. And while you can still move forward, it's not affecting you in the way that you're thinking, in the way that you're behaving. It is affecting you because eventually you got to clear all that energy. And until you have the time to do it, it weighs you down. And then another sharp object comes your way. And sometimes it just hits you just the right way. And you start to doubt yourself, like, is it worth it? Such a good reminder for light workers, especially. Yeah, you got to clear your fields. I have to remember to do it for me too. Hate carrying that weight. Yeah. It's people. I can't believe where we as humans are. All the negativity, anger, hate. Bernie, I'm telling you right now, it's worse in trying to understand it, make sense of it, justify it, validate it, feel okay about it this week. The last week or two has been intense. Yeah. Family, not like it was back when. No, but family doesn't have to be blood. We can all have each other's backs and reach out to one another, right? Like, you guys know, if you ever go through it and you feel so alone and you're just like, I can't take anything, I can't take any more, you are welcome to reach out to me on Messenger. And if I'm available, I will absolutely be there for you. It's always been my mission. like not to leave anybody out. And while sometimes that gets in my way, that wears me out. And then I feel like, why do I even bother? Like I did today. Like, why do I care? Why do I bother? Nobody cares about me. It's just a stream of consciousness. And once we can get our energy back and plug into a higher stream of consciousness, it all works out. Hope, if nothing else, I always have hope. Absolutely. I always have faith that things are working out for a reason. And there's always a ton of lessons. And there was a lesson in all of this for me, even today, was like, I think I have to go through things too, in whatever way, to keep myself reminded, like, keep your boundaries strong. And maybe some boundaries need to be shored up, right? I was almost gone this morning. Yeah, this morning was tough, Bernie. Bernie Rock, this energy this morning was like, I was in tears. I was like hurting so badly. And finally, my daughter was freed up and she's like, do you want to go to lunch? And the poor thing forgot her wallet. So I ended up buying lunch. And then on top of it, I knew you needed clearing. It was a good reminder for me too. Yeah. And then, so we started, I've been trying to get a hold of this office complex, this retail office complex, for like 3 days. 3 days I've left messages, right, about this office space and emails, nothing. Finally called the corporate headquarters downtown San Antonio today. I'm like, look, I'm trying to rent an office and I need to make a decision because we want to be in and done by January 1st. She's like, well, here's the person in charge. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I've emailed and I've called, not getting it. She goes, let me prioritize it. Finally, the lady got back to me. She goes, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. 2 hours later, nothing. I finally let it go and started looking at like renting an entire office building and then subleasing spaces, because I know some people here that want offices. They didn't want to have to do that. But it was a good focus point for me today to get my head out of and my feelings out of what was going on and just focus on moving something forward. This is why I'm sharing this with you guys. Push it forward. Just push it forward. And my daughter had to come home. My granddaughter had to go to dance tryouts. And I was like, fine, I'll just drive around and find an office space. I'm just going to drive. I can't go home because if I go home, I'm going to start crying. So I drove around and went to an area where downtown where I live, looking for a space, thinking there's nothing here. And sure enough, there was nothing there. But as I'm turning around to come home and I'm all defeated, I'm like, nothing's working out today. What's the deal, Spirit? I know something has to come through. I got a phone call from the lady and we finally talked about it. And I said, here's the one I want. It's the right square footage. And here's the suite number. You guys are going to die laughing. Because there was 4 choices. But one of them got rented. The other 3 were iffy. But the one that's the perfect space, the perfect size to have 2 to 3 businesses in their offices in there. It's Suite 222. So guess what suite my new office is? And that was my message from Spirit. 222. What is 6? 6 is harmony and peace. And I went all day, all week. I've been fighting to get this done. Friday afternoon at 5:30 finally gets done. And it's Suite 222. So that was the happy ending to my day. Not to say that my head didn't spin after having to send all my financials over. I had to send a whole bunch of stuff and get that all done and over to her so that she can start the paperwork up for me this weekend. And hopefully by Monday we'll have the contract signed and we'll be moving in during the days following Christmas. But part of me was like, I'm not going to get an office. I'm just going to go get a corporate job. Then the other part of me was thinking, because of everything that happened today, like, okay, I'm going to build out my office and I'm going to do the biomagnetism stuff and hypnosis sessions. And that's it. Maybe business coaching, just focus on the commercial end of things. Don't help people personally anymore. Fuck it. Just stop. Right. Every time I do that, every time I get to that low point of just forget it, nothing I do matters, it's not really working, Spirit always just goes, think again, Bernadette. You're in this. It took a stranger where I live to I live, it's a little racist, to Caucasian guy who lives across the street. First time meeting him. Look, I want to say this because it keeps coming up this week, and I've talked to several people this week and have said this, whether it's clients or friends. We have to be able to see God in everybody and everything. I was looking at Penny this morning when I was crying, and because she ripped up a bunch of my tissue, she got used, not this box. Like on my bed table, I had a whole box full of used tissues. And apparently Penny had nothing better to do this morning but create a mess of shredded tissue all over my bed and the floor. I was already crying. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about. This stuff happens. And I walk out and I just bawled. You too, Penny? Why? What is the deal that everywhere I turn, I'm getting shredded and a mess that I have to clean up? And Penny just looked at me with her little lopsided ears and turned her head and then came up to me. And she does this thing where she hugs you. She when she's on my bed, she'll put her arms around me and then stick her head back here and not let me go. And she wouldn't let me go this morning. And I just cried and cried and cried. I was like, it's fine, Penny. I'll clean up the mess. And I did. But it was nonstop today. And I'm telling y'all, if you're dropping into it, you're not alone. I know because I was talking to another practitioner this evening. She messaged me and we're trying to figure out some stuff with the magnet stuff, like things that haven't been completely researched out, but they're getting results. We were talking about something tonight and I'm like, it's dark out there, man. And I don't mean the sun's not shining or the moon's out. I'm talking the energy is dark out there right now. So if y'all are going there, if you're hurting, you're getting hit, your mind is spinning, your feelings are just feeling like your heart is getting ripped out. And that's what mine felt like this morning. Like my heart was just getting squeezed. And that feeling, I hate. That's the feeling that literally drives me to my knees because that's the feeling my mother put in me all the frickin' time. And that's the feeling that drove me many times in my life to want to commit suicide. That's the feeling because it just feels like you can't breathe and that anything and everything is just crushing your spirit from your heart in. That's the feeling. And it's horrible. If you feel that, that is the time when you have to reach out. Reach out to God, reach out to your journal, reach out to your friends, reach out to me. Like, do not go through that alone. There's no reason why anyone should have to feel like that. But here's the blessing. If you can see God in everything and everyone, like a penny who shreds tissue on your bed, it will pull you out of it. And then funny, Milo, the golden retriever, my daughter's dog, he's a trained service dog. He came in here and he started tasking for me and was like, his nose was under my arm and he would not let me go. I was like, they know what's up. And I finally went into prayer after all of that and just letting myself go into it. Finally went into prayer and just did a binding and just said, God, you got to do something. Like push me forward, put my angels around me, push me forward through this day. I will hold on for 24 hours. Let something good happen that shows me I need to continue. Otherwise, it's a wrap. I'm done. And of course, it happened. Got the answer. We got blasted by snow the last couple of days. Rain and snow. Shoveled my ass off last night, shoveling slush basically, mostly because the big plow went by. It went by again. The guy came over right before I was getting ready to leave, asked me, would you like me to clean the end of your driveway? Aw! He reminded me that there are still good people. There are good people. Let me be a reminder to you. There are good people. There are people that will move mountains and go out of their way and go above and beyond for no other reason than they have love in their hearts. And they want you to know that love is real, God is real, and you're important. And I hope if there's anything that comes out of tonight's talk, you guys remember for yourselves. You can be that person for somebody else. Don't be a destroyer of someone's spirit. Don't be a destroyer of using your words and your actions. Like, it doesn't take much. That's the part that always gets to me, right? It doesn't take much to be nice. It doesn't take much energy to be kind. It doesn't take much to give of yourself. It takes far more and is far more damaging to yourself when you're mean, when you're thoughtless, when you're selfish, when you're careless. And then when you are, take responsibility for it, damn it. Stand up and apologize. Make it right. Because that doesn't take that much either. And when someone's not willing to do that, that just makes it 10 times worse. Because then you really do start to think, am I just Jack? Like, I'm not worth anything? Right? The things we do and the things we say, they impact. And we need to remember that, especially right now. You may not mean something careless that hurts somebody, but man, if they're willing to tell you, that hurt, that sucked, stand up, fix it. That's how we spread love. Okay? But if you are hurt right now, you're not alone. You are important. And let this be your confirmation. God is listening. The universe is paying attention. There are people like me out there, just like you, that care and that are not going to quit because there are too many that are thoughtless, careless, and mean. We can be the ones that change this world. And let me tell you, it is changing. I have seen, with the veil so thin, some pretty amazing things coming in 2023. Another reason why we are starting an office so that I can expand my business and reach more people. People need to know that there is a way to heal mentally, emotionally, physically. There is a way to heal. People do care. It's not that hard. And we're in it together. So during this last week of Christmas, before Christmas and before the weekend, I want to tell you guys, like, there's some shit out there. Don't let it get to you. If all you can do is write in your journal, play some good music, and do no harm, that's good. That's doing something. Seriously. I'm a Taurus, usually pretty patient and tolerant. This week I was tested. Believe me. Oh no, I know. I know everyone has been. Like, seriously. On different levels, so many of you, so many of us have been hit. And there is like, it's like this strategic, and I've seen this in vision all freaking week. There's like this strategic, almost militant, like attack from the dark on those who are walking in the light, trying to get us to just give up. So if you're in the light, stay strong. If you're having a good time, I'm so glad. Hold the rest of us up that are going through it, because that's the deal. When your energy is freaking high, you're there to hold the rest of us up, right? When my energy's high, that's why I'm so committed to pulling people into the light with me. Megan's saying, yes, I've seen the same thing. Yeah, it's militant. It's crazy to me. And it's coming from every direction, the stupidest of places. And it's like out of the blue, getting sideswiped, just out of the blue. But Megan, you're not alone, right? No matter how hard we try not to personalize it, sometimes it just hits right at that right moment. And like I said, if you're worn down, tired, if you're sick, if you've got a million other things going on, it can get right through that chink in your armor, right? And I haven't this week, in all honesty, here's my honesty. I have not taken the time to take a salt bath. I have not taken the time to clear my energy field because I haven't felt well. When I'm not working this week, I have been in bed trying to recover because I pushed myself super hard this weekend when I was already sick. And I've been on medicine like those stupid Alka-Seltzer, Dayquil and NyQuil and all the kind of crap now for 2 weeks. But I did it just to get through the weekend. I stopped taking it on Monday so that my body could fight on its own and I could build my immune system. But because my body's weak and my energy's so low, man, it's super easy to attack when we're like that. And I had to take that into account tonight too. Today, Spirit was like, you're worn out. So if y'all are there, and a lot of you, it's the end of the year, man, it's been a year. It's been a roller coaster. So if you're getting hit, just know, take some extra time, get some rest. It's my birthday this weekend. The kids keep asking me, what do you want to do? And I'm like, nothing. Today was a bad day to ask mom what she wants to do to her birthday. My daughter has a show on the 18th. My other daughter has to work. My granddaughter's like, let's go to mom's show and go ice skating outside. And I'm like, grandma's not even up to walking up the stairs right now. I don't think I could ice skate. And they're like, well, why don't we do something Saturday? We'll take you to your favorite restaurant. And when you're super sad and you're feeling kind of depressed, you don't want to eat. Haven't wanted to eat. Haven't wanted to plan anything. I'm looking forward to Christmas just for my granddaughter being here and the kids, but it all ended well today because I got the office. Like I have to go take care of the rest of that tomorrow and Monday, but and then we have to move and set up an office. But at least I pushed it forward. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Just push it forward. You get some sort of accomplishment on one thing, even if it has nothing to do with what you're battling right now. You feel better. It gives you hope that something will shift. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But I'm telling you, things are tough right now. So I love you. I won't keep you. That was a long live stream. Any questions? Any comments? You feel it. Oh, yeah. You feel the same. Get away from the fear. It's not fear. I'm not in fear. Like, that's the thing. I'm not afraid of anything, right? Just got my feelings hurt. Because my ego was like, you give and give and give, and there's no point to it. And I'm telling you, there's a systematic attack happening right now on a lot of us to just give up, walk away. Not a point. Go do you. Go be you. So many other things you could do, Bernadette, instead of giving to everybody. And you could just take care of you and be happy and live your life like you did when you were in your 20s, careless and carefree and taking care of just you. Wouldn't that be nice? Evil ones, not going to happen. Coming here always lets me know I'm not crazy. Yeah. No, you're not crazy. And no, you're not alone. And yes, there's a thing happening. I appreciate it, Angie. Thank you. I don't care. Like, I don't care that it's my birthday. Like, I'm pretty much just going to let the whole weekend go and I just want to get better. Physically, I want to feel better. I've done so many things, and me and the biomagnet lady figured out what it is. And apparently, one of the reasons I got sick last week is because I treated my dad and he got sick. I treated myself the day after and hit a very, very deep level of stuff that's been hiding in my body and set it loose in both of us. I also did Bella, which she also has a bunch of deep stuff. So I hit a layer that like unleashed some stuff my body was fighting, my dad's body was fighting, and Bella's body was fighting, and we all got sick. Brindy, Addie, Nick, none of them got sick because I didn't run full protocols on them. Didn't put magnets on them. But I asked the biomagnet lady, she goes, yep, you guys hit some deep, deep stuff. So it's good. It means you're going to heal things that keep recurring in my body. But like, damn, I wasn't ready for it. I really just was not ready for it. You're too kind and powerful at being. I love you and all you've done for me, my friend. I love you too, Sheila. You know what's funny? You messaged me to this is the psychic thing again. You messaged me today, but I was in the midst of all kinds of stuff. And 20 minutes before you messaged me, I saw you in my mind. I was like, I gotta message Sheila. Like, I wonder what's going on with her, because I usually see your posts, but I haven't been on Facebook much in the last month. And funny enough, you messaged me right after that. That keeps happening too. It's a trip. That, and I blew my daughter's Christmas present for me, but oh well. We did get tickets. This is this other super cool thing that happened today. I got tickets to Hamilton, which is something Bella's been wanting to see now for 4 years, or 3 years, however long it's been since we lived in Seattle. I got us tickets to see Hamilton, me, her, and Brindy. And the girls are like over the top excited about it. So super cool. I know. That's I had to listen to Hamilton when we drove here from Washington, that 4-day trip when we moved here. I had to listen to Hamilton on repeat on my CD player for 4 days. So I pretty much know the entire thing, even though I've never seen it. Now we get to see it. Hamilton is awesome. Yeah. And I got really affordable tickets. Like when it was in Seattle, it was like $800 a head. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. I got tickets today for $119 in the orchestra seating, like right next to the orchestra. $119. That's Bella's birthday present, is to see Hamilton. So me, her, and Brindy are going to see Hamilton in, I don't even know, when is it? February. Is right after Bella's birthday. Bella's birthday is at the end of January. So yeah, secured those tickets today. Super excited for that. So that's another good thing that happens. See, there's little things that have happened sprinkled out throughout the day. That's just like, cool. All right. Hope for one more day. 24 hours, y'all. Hold it together for 24 hours and watch what happens. And I'm glad, like, I didn't sit and spin all day. I pushed it forward and I got out of it. Came back a little bit, but honestly, I think part of that's just the attack stuff. So sending some prayers out before I go. If you don't know how to do a binding, this is how you do it. You just ask. You not ask, you demand. I bind X, Y, and Z in the name of Jesus Christ. I loose the power of the light, the Holy Spirit, and unconditional love from the infinite. And watch what happens. Don't forget to bind things, even within yourself. The hurt, the pain, the thought stream. Bind that negative thought stream, disconnect from it, and then plug right on into divine source energy, because that is where you'll start feeling better. And if you know someone who's going through it, just send them this video and let them know you're not alone. Like it's happening to a lot of us right now. A lot of us. All right. I love you guys. Have a merry, happy Christmas weekend. What is it? There's like a holiday. Oh, Hanukkah. That's the one. Happy Hanukkah, Boxing Day, Christmas. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, because I know a bunch of you are Sages that are having birthdays this weekend too. Happy birthday. I wish you guys the best. And I love you. And I'll see you later.